The khutbah saying the biggest mistake that you can make. No. What is the biggest mistake? He said being ungrateful. No. 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 Huh? Close, but no. What is it? Huh? No. It's all close, dancing around it, but it's not exact. What? Breaking the fast. Eating bread. That's what's on your mind always. What is the biggest mistake that I'm saying in the khutbah? Let me help you a little bit. That Allah will not forgive you. Suddenly everyone knows. What is that? No, nobody knows. I'm thinking. Anybody? Huh? No. Say. No. So you're not listening. Huh? No.
Disconnecting from the Shafaat to Saliheen.
Only Jamal is listening. Or he's putting things together and he's getting. You have to get every sohbat, every Jummah, you have to ask yourself, what is the main thing? If you don't work, you do that in school, bruh. You all go to school, right? You have comprehension classes, right? They ask you so many questions. Why are you not doing that in sohbat? Why are you not doing that in Jummah? Coming like this, like a lolo, and going out like a lolo. Somebody asks you, I know nothing. Ask the Shaykh. You're lazy. You have to say what is the most important thing. What did I learn? Don't repeat the same words over and over again to, I learned about the ego. MashaAllah. I learned how to step on the ego. No. Don't use words that you use so many times, it's become meaningless. When Allah forgives and when Allah does not forgive. It's very clear in the Sohbat. It's not a trick question. It's right from the beginning and it's repeated. When Allah forgives, when what? When?
Shafaat is there. When you ask for forgiveness.
You just be quiet. You just ask questions. Don't give any answers. Questions, good. When, Jamal? When Allah forgives? Through the Shafaat of the Saliheen. When the righteous people ask forgiveness on the behalf of those ones who did wrong, Allah will forgive. Meaning, Allah's mercy is not going to be to the zalim ones. He said so many times, Allah is also very tough, Don't just say He's just, forgive. So many times He says, no forgiveness for them. You are saying to the Holy Prophet, ﷺ, you are troubling yourself. You are going crazy to try to save them. Already you are seeing it. Most of them, they are ungrateful. Already you are seeing it. They're not worth saving. But in the khutbah we're asking for forgiveness because the last 10 nights is the nights of forgiveness. And we want to be forgiven. And this is not my idea or some people saying. It's not even the words of saints. This is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying. Habibullah. Allah will forgive when the righteous ones ask forgiveness for them from Allah. Allah will not forgive when there is no intercession. That's why we're always asking for Allah's forgiveness through intercession. Everything we're doing it is through Shafaat, for their sake, for their sake, for their sake. By us, just by us, our own efforts, our own thing, just go directly to Allah, it doesn't pass. You cannot enter. You cannot enter into divine presence like this. Like this, we cannot even enter into the mayor's office. We cannot enter into the White House. What? We think we're going up and down like a robot, like a chicken, 5 times a day by force, and being stubborn and lazy, and we think we're in divine presence. Allah is going to accept us. The believers are those ones who are awake and they understand their reality. So everything else that you're talking about, from the betrayal to this and that, everything else is sort of there. But the last point is, don't be without the intercession of the good ones, of the righteous ones. Don't be. Saints even say you can do every wrong thing. People are doing every wrong thing. It's not that they can. They're not giving permission for people to do that. But they say you do so many wrong things, but don't do the wrong thing of denying the intercession of those ones who are going to be your lawyers. Then it's done. It's finished. I'm not saying it. Do I want it? It's not what I want, is it? It's not what I want. So when we are going to be so tough, when we're going to be so lenient, is not according to us too. You think I'm sitting here and I can do as I like? You are more free than I am. People only seeing this and saying you can do it. You are more free than I am. That has been during Shaykh Efendi's time, and it is now, is until I die. Who knows what happens after? People, they can do wrong thing. I have to be very careful. If I do, I got a smack then, I got a smack now. And I think 1,000 times before I do, before I say. People can just bleh, 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 bleh. They say as they like. Shaykh Effendi used to do that, right? Bleh, bleh, bleh. Of course, when I do that, suddenly Shaykh Effendi becomes their best friend. They're running to him. Do you know anything about him? Nothing. How much time you spend with him? Nothing. It suits you. Because now something is happening to run to Shaykh Effendi. Oh, Shaykh Effendi, Shaykh Effendi. You don't have, even if, and there are many people that are closer to Shaykh Effendi than I am, the permission is given here, not to them. Do I want it? I don't want that. I want a simple life. But I have to report to him. So now we have to be a bit more careful. And when you are in anger, I've said this over and over again for years, don't speak. You're going to regret it. Don't speak. Don't fight. Don't. You're going to regret it. Sit quietly. Let it pass. In fact, the Prophet said, if you're angry and you're standing, sit down. If you're sitting down, still not gone, that anger, lie down. Yeah, hak. Take a cold wudu if you're still angry. Who is doing that? Why are people so free? I get afraid when I get upset that Shaykh Effendi is going to get upset with me. So, we have to learn. We are here to learn. Don't get fooled by our ego or other people's egos. We cannot. So, we're always asking for the Shafaat. And in Tariqat, the protocol is very clear. cannot say, because something happened and say, okay, I'm not going to ask Shafaat from my Shaykh, I'm going to ask from the Prophet. No, it doesn't work that way. Remember that one saying, no, I'm not your murid, I'm Shaykh Maulana's murid. No, I'm Sheikh Abdullah's murid. I say, mashallah, why don't you go up? There's only 38 more grand sheikhs. Go up. Even my peacock is saying it's very funny. And we see the ego always behaves in the same way. People are. You don't change, this is not the place for you. You don't change, this is not the place for you. Either you're going to change and you're going to stay, or you're not going to change and you're not going to stay. That is unchanging rule. It's for me, it's for everyone. Yani, we're all weak. We do wrong things. Privately, publicly, be careful. The rights of others, don't take. The rights of your Shaykh may forgive you. We forgive you even before you finish being upset with us, yes. But I have an owner. This head will be bald, and this bald head has an owner. You know that story? You know that story? What are all these stories for? What are all these sohbats for? These are all ammunition against shaitan and our ego. So what are all these sohbats and stories for when our ego is attacking us, shaitan is attacking us, and we just throw away all this? Then what's the use? That is the time to use it. Yep. So, then once you understand, this one is offering me Shafaat, praying for me. My sense of my shan, my honor demands I have to do something. I have to try to help in whichever way that I can. That's when you start entering into their hearts. It's okay. I have a temper. Of course, Shaykh Efendi has a temper too. But I'm also very patient. I wait. I give more than enough chances. Years, if I have to wait, I wait for years. Once that time is up, now you sit and you wait. Shaykh Efendi said, we cry for you, we pray for you, day and night. We will wake up in the middle, I swear to you, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and start praying for people. And it says, but when it doesn't work and you continue in your way, then that time, if a smack happens to you, we get up and we dance, Shaykh Efendi says. He even did this, remember? Yes? We dance. We take the lesson of Nuh alayhi salam too. Yes? We mentioned that so many times. Nuh alayhi salam loved his son, but his son is a rebellious one. And he's still offering help, and Allah is saying, one more time you reach out to him, I will strip away your prophethood. He is your son. Your son. But he is also our creature. And you are our creature. Now this is the level of tasawwuf. This is not the level of regular people. And tasawwuf is following the footsteps of the prophets. If you want to follow footsteps of regular people, take whichever rule book according to society is out there. They're changing it according to your ego, whatever you want, you can have. I'm asking for forgiveness.